Hi guys. So today in this first lesson, we're going to talk about strategic planning. So strategic planning is like a flight plan. I'm sure you've heard about strategic planning before. It's simply a plan to figure out how you're going to get somewhere just like a flight plan. The reality is that you have to plan accordingly to get to your final destination, and we're going to talk all about how to do this and your own personal plan for your life. And strategic planning includes a personal vision statement, a mission statement, objectives, and goals. So I'm sure you've all heard this before, but when you fail to plan, you plan to fail. This is not only true in a business environment, but it's also true in your own personal lives. Many students, when they graduate, they don't have a true plan about where they're headed. It seems like the major goal is to graduate, and then after graduation, we tend to drift without a solid plan in place. So in every endeavor, laying a solid foundation will help you get from point A to point B seamlessly. Personal strategic planning really does allow us to prioritize our hopes, goals, and ambitions. It also helps us keep on track and stay true to our core values. With this plan in place, we can really move into the future with confidence. So our personal vision statement. So the very first element of our plan is that we're going to look at personal vision statements. It's important to note that depending on whose material you're reading, the definitions of vision and mission can become interchangeable. But for this exercise alone, we're going to use the definition that a vision statement is basically the core and essence of who we are and what we are about. So your personal vision statement will actually help guide your life. As we get further into this class, you'll find that your personal vision statement is going to help you in the ethics exercise we'll be doing. And it's going to help define your vision and help you understand why something may resonate with you in a certain way. Your personal vision statement really does engage your heart and your spirit, and it clearly defines who you are and what you're about. Because your vision statement is your heart and spirit, it's something that you're always working towards, and it's definitely worth the effort. It pushes you to break barriers and go beyond your comfort zone when it's clearly defined. Obviously, I live in Hawaii, so surfing is a big part of my life and a lot of the people around me. So this wave specifically is called Piahi or Jaws, and it's one of the biggest waves in the world that breaks every winter. And it's something unbelievable to see, and I'm always blown away by the surfers that paddle out there to ride 100-foot waves. So definitely worth their effort, and I'm sure that they all have personal vision and mission statements as well. So one thing to keep in mind about your strategic plan as a whole, but especially the vision, vision and mission statements, is that they're truly living documents. By that, I mean that as you go through life, your view of who you are and what you are about is always going to be changing to some degree. It's important to always have it in front of you and frequently take it out, think about it, read it, and ask, is this who I really am? My personal vision statement has changed greatly in the last 7 years since I've graduated from college. So I started off as a X-ray tech. I was teaching and doing critique for Boise State for a while, and then I decided to start traveling, which is why I ended up in Maui, Hawaii at the trauma hospital here. Finished my master's, and then I took a job in an urgent care clinic after traveling to New Orleans. And now I'm the manager of all 3 urgent care clinics here. So all of these points and all of this stuff that I've looked back upon, I've always had goals and I've always had a vision and a mission, yet those things, they're living, they're changing, they're always moving as you're moving. So one of the elements that really drives your mission and vision statement is going to be your core values. So your core values are those things that you hold dearly, and they really dictate your actions on a daily basis, if not minute-to-minute basis, truthfully. Defining who you are in this way, as we will later on, allows you to understand various ethical discussions that we'll have with a clearly defined perspective. Many organizations, as we'll see, have core values and define them very clearly, including Boise State. So the question then becomes, where do we draw our personal core values from? I would suggest that some of your personal core values are actually part of the national core values. For example, if you do look at the Declaration of Independence statement, quote, that we hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal, this can then become part of your core values. Throughout this semester and reading the book Half of the Sky, you'll see evidence of how different core values dictate actions that may lead to the detrimental treatment of other people and other races. The next element that drives your personal core values would be the values of the culture community that you live in. For instance, if you're in a culture where helping others that are less fortunate than you is a good thing, then you'll most likely be a person that reaches out to others in that same way. Being born and raised in Boise, Idaho, and moving to Hawaii has been a huge shift in cultural core values to me personally. Aloha here is something that is truly embraced in Maui and in everything that we do. When driving down the street, letting people, go in front of you, talking to people in the grocery store, playing in the ocean, all of this, the entire community here really embraces love and life and spirit of aloha, and it's really become one of my core values. So it's really interesting from every part of the world that people are from, just the different values that are community-based that you end up taking on as your own. So I think about a good vision statement as a big, lofty statement. So if you're standing on your tiptoes and you're at the edge of a cliff looking out over the horizon, that is how you should envision what a vision statement is. It will lead you to a much more specific mission statement and then later on clearly defined goals. So keep in mind that the vision is a broad-brushed approach, and here are some examples. So the first one, here's a vision statement. We intend to provide our customers with the best online shopping experience from beginning to end, with a smart, searchable website, easy to follow instructions, clear and secure payment methods, and fast quality delivery. Next one, this is somebody's personal vision statement. To become the manager of the restaurant, providing excellent food and service to my customers while respecting and managing a top-notch staff. And lastly, somebody's personal goal, to earn my doctorate degree and become the kind of teacher that changes the lives of students for the better, educating them not only about English, but about the value and meaning of life. So very broad-based visions and things they want to foresee happening in the future. So moving on to mission statements. Your personal mission statement then is your plan for making your personal vision statement come true. It's important to get your mission statement correct because your goals and plans for the future will come from that mission. Your mission will focus in on what is the purpose of my life, what do I value and believe in, what do I stand for, and what action do I need to put into place to complete my purpose in life. It's truly the nuts and bolts about how you'll get to your goals. So there are several things that need to be taken into account when developing your personal mission statement. And as with your personal vision statement, the elements are not completed overnight. It is always an under construction endeavor. So I encourage you, even after this class has finished, to always kind of be working on these statements, redefining them as your life changes and reevaluating years down the line. So as I mentioned, it's not done overnight. The mission statement is going to be the main driver of where you are, who you are, and where you're going. So it's important to take the time to develop it. So after you draft your mission statement, you should make sure that it answers these 3 questions very clearly. Number 1, what is the purpose of my life? Number 2, what do I really stand for in my life? And 3, what actions am I going to take to manifest my purpose and my values? So Stephen Covey says that the personal mission statement represents the deepest and the best within you. And I really think that that's a valuable statement when thinking about missions. So while developing your own personal vision statement and mission statement, you need to understand the unique gifts that you have and the passion that drives you. Your mission statement will help you to evaluate your own unique talents. Sometimes it's helpful to ask others what they find unique about you. I think a lot of the times we're unaware of some of our best attributes and and other people can help bring to light what it is that really makes you shine. So your mission statement is written to inspire you, and it should inspire you. It should be a call to action and something that makes you want to create change or continue down an already successful, carefully carved out path.